Welcome back, Chronics, and thanks for joining me. Today we're just talking about the strong possibility that I may be on a hidden camera show. Based on the ridiculous crap my doctors are still telling me. The stomach saga continues. So I left off at I have an appointment with the gastroenterologist again on the 22nd, but again, nothing's wrong. So I email him and I'm like, look, I want some other tests done. Like, I really think I have small stones you just can't see. And he says, well, if you did, it would show in your blood. I haven't had any blood work ordered by gastroenterology. So you want to do that? Cool. We'll add in an ultrasound. Great. Already had one, but let's do it again. The ultrasound comes back fine. My blood comes back. And actually, it's under what it should be, but just slightly under. And I know all of you know what I'm talking about here, because we're always on the line of something, just like we're still caught in this like no man's land. And what's normal for normal people is not normal for us. For example, when I was a teenager, they used to ask me if I was a runner. I said I can hardly get off the couch, because my blood pressure was like 80 over something, but it was still the low end of normal. So I still saw black when I stood up, but they didn't really seem too concerned because I was right between the margins I was supposed to be. So my doctor gets back to me, you're fine. And I was like, even though my blood levels dropped from my last visit to this one, even though I'm just below, I still dropped significantly. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. So just so everyone's on the same page, he said, something will be off in your blood. Something was off in my blood, but it's still okay. I did reach back out to the head of endoscopy just because he had bounced me back down to gastroenterology, and I wanted to tell him about my upcoming appointment. So this was the email I wrote. My first line was, thank you for recognizing how complex EDS is, because he said that in his last email. I almost framed it, but I thought we should probably work through the rest of it before I get too excited. So I email, I'm already a patient at the gastro clinic. I have an appointment on the 22nd. I'm pretty much looking for a second higher up opinion on this, someone who's educated on EDS. And I basically said, if you could pop your head in during my appointment and save my life, that would be great. If not, could you shoot over an email telling them to actually believe what I'm saying and take me seriously? The more feathers I can ruffle, the better chance I have of them just giving in and being like, fine, do the EUS. And I'll say, great, was that difficult? Then I emailed the head of the Danos research project and read about him, and he testifies in these trials where people think these children are abused, but they actually have EDS. He's been doing this for 40 years, and back in 2018, they decided, the medical board, that maybe what he was testifying to wasn't real. So they suspended him for a year, or put him on probation for speaking the truth. Yeah, they came around because I guess they did their research and was like, oops, sorry, I guess you were right. So I just emailed him, introducing myself, telling him my situation, then saying this is what I think it is, which matches with A, B, C, and D, as you probably already know. But no one's believing me, so if you could maybe send an email or a smoke signal to take me seriously, that would be so helpful. Okay, so I haven't heard back from him either. However, I'm sure he is a very busy man testifying and saving children for morons. Then I sent my gastroenterologist an email saying, I'll see you on the 22nd, but here are all the reasons why I should still be eligible to have an EUS. And then I put the links and the quotes that he can read. The important parts being that we don't present like normal people. We can have no pain, we can have no fever, and we can still have microstones or sludge that is ruining our lives. Here is the information I actually sent him, in case any of you need to use it to convince anyone that you may have gallstones that they cannot see on an MRCP or an ultrasound. I don't think I should give up just because I'm not on a feeding tube. Because the people who are on a feeding tube probably shouldn't even be on one in the first place if doctors had recognized the diagnosis and done what they had to do, because everyone will try and push you off to somebody else. If it's not easy, if it's not cut and dry, they don't want to do it. Bottom line. And this is why I say you can't give up. You gotta hang in there, and you can't take crap from anyone. Thank you guys for joining me. I will see you next time.